In August of 2011, a group of 10 black men were brought together through a fellowship program at the Heinz endowments. Their job was to help strengthen and for some, help rebuild the lives of young black males at Westinghouse High School in Pittsburgh. Westinghouse, like many other urban schools nationwide, has struggled with African American males dropping out at an alarming rate. Unfortunately, many dropping out have ended up incarcerated or have died within a short time of leaving school. The Heinz Fellows were tasked with creating relationships with the students, serving as mentors, and for some as father figures. This is a look into the lives of 3 of the 10 fellows, doing their part in saving the lives of young black men.
This is one of my mentees, Mr. James Deakins. And I chose you to be in the documentary.
Okay.
So I'm not going to speak to you. We will not speak to you now.
Okay.
But when this period is over,
Okay.
do not leave that room.
Okay.
Because I'll be bringing you in here to be on camera. He's one of my success stories. Our students, our kids, unfortunately, the only strong black males they see are rapping, are shooting somebody up in a video, are having sex with as many people as they can in a video, or have this overestimated sense of wealth as if they can buy or do anything. We have got to get to a point where we do not see our black men as the media portrays them. They're not all thugs. They're not all dumb. Yes, a lot of them have been through more than a child should have ever experienced. And they are tainted in their dress, in their appearance, even in their speech. But at the end of the day, they are still children. And we've got to always remember that and understand that our role as an adult, whether we are blood related or we're just the neighbor next door, is to always encourage correctness. You know, if you see a brother doing something that he shouldn't be doing, you don't necessarily have to be rough and tough and up in his face, but really talk with him and say, hey brother, you know what? That really may not be the best decision for you to be doing at this particular moment in time.
So I think that it's extremely important for us to be here, not only because we have that success to promote to the young men and women that we interact with here at the school, but we also have failures in life and struggles in life as well. One example, because of the fact that I told students that I was locked up before, some of them was able to relate to me or even have trust in me because I lived a life that was similar to the ones that they're living right now. So I feel that it comes better from somebody who comes from that type of life saying, hey, you know, don't do this, don't do that. This is where you'll wind up potentially if you continue on in this path. You know, for them to know that some of us come from that background, it's more realistic coming from us rather than the average person who don't know nothing about it. They just speaking about it from the outside looking in.
It makes me reflect because, you know, that wasn't me a couple years ago. I mean, that was me a couple years ago. You know, in street life, getting shot at, selling drugs, trying to make that transition from the street life to college and stuff, and going through that whole battle of, you know, wanting to put in work to go to college. I always wanted to put in some work to go to college, but it was like the street life was easier for me. So I can understand what some of these young men are going through, especially when, you know, it's hard to get a job. And when you know it's hard to get a job, and in the back of your mind, you know, you could sell a couple packs here on the corner, you know, and make an easy $200-300 that night. That compared to trying to find a job, you know, it may be common sense to go with that in this type of environment. So, you know, just coming from that and seeing that, it just makes me reflect, but it also makes me a little concerned because, you know, knowing that I was able to come from that and knowing that he could come from that and make progress with his life, you know, he's putting that at jeopardy, so it makes me a little concerned.
As a Heinz Fellow,
My role has been, just similar to the rest of us. My role has been student support and supporting teachers and faculty in developing a productive, positive classroom environment and educational experience. Part of that also involves me learning from teachers and faculty about how to develop my role as a Heinz Fellow and as a future educator. I don't pay a lot of attention to what's said about what's going on at Westinghouse because I'm here. And it's usually being said by people who aren't here. So I've just kind of like, okay, that's the headline today, and then I keep it moving because then I'll be here where it really is. And I think if anybody really cares about what's going on in any school or any community, you'll show up and try to make a difference.
I believe our presence here in this building as Heinz Fellows has greatly impacted not just the male students who we were initially identified to mentor, but it has impacted everyone. It has to be clearly understood that to see 10 African American professional men in one place is huge. And that's sad to say, but in education, it is huge. Outside of ourselves, there were only 2 other African American male teachers in the building who right now are no longer here. So we're the only 10 in the building. And to see us consistently every day, to see us act in a manner truly professional every day, to see us interact caringly every day with all of the students in this building, from hey, good morning, how you doing, extending our hands for a handshake, to hey brother, put your pants up, or hey, how's you doing that test? Remembering the students' names alone is a big deal because then it becomes personal to them. He knows my name. He remembers my name. Those things have had a tremendous effect on this school.
Mr. Powell.
Hi.
Can you please help me? Are you busy?
I'm in the middle of an interview.
Okay, but this gentleman probably needs a little talk.
Come here. What's the problem?
He's just all up in the...
What's wrong? Quickly talk to me.
She thought I said I want to go back to Miss Geiger. She said she rather know, but I didn't.
It's not just about this class. Since morning, since yesterday, he's just all over the place. Don't know what's going on with him. Just cannot understand why he needs to do work in class and not talk.
Okay, do me a favor. Look at me. Look at me. So this is what I need you to do. I need you to go to lunch. I need you to chill out. And when we get together next period, we're gonna be good. My ideology is simple. When they leave our doors, they're not gonna get someone who knows that they have IEP, who knows or understands that there's issues at home, who knows or understands that they didn't have food or they're on medication. So they're not gonna care. They're not gonna seek those things out to be able to deal with them appropriately.
Another thing that's also important to me, I think that correlates with education, is incorporating some type of program for social change, teaching these kids from day one what is social change. And if you want to see your society change, it first starts with changing yourself. So that goes with the knowledge of self component.
It feels good to get a chance to experience the level of community here and get to experience the students here one-on-one, especially because you hear so much about about Westinghouse High School and about students in the urban environment. You only hear about them based on numbers and bad things, but getting the chance to share time with them here this close is a major gift because you get to see what the real differences are, and the strong sense of community that these students are a part of.
For the Game Changers Project, this is Chris Ivey.